Welcome to Anything Garage. On today's episode, we go from this bloody mess to this, a properly laid out harness that's completely standalone, that's ready to go into Project Stranger Ranger. Stay tuned in to see how we got from a balled up mess to a nice laid out standalone harness. Today we're going to repin this PCM, shorten, lengthen, and reroute everything to go from the driver's side fender where this PCM used to be to the glove box of the Ranger. I don't have the exact measurements, but we're going to give it a guess. Got her laid out on the floor down here. About where she needs to go. We'll get from here and see what we can't get done. Alright everybody. I got another fresh printout here from lt1swap.com. What we're fixing to do is I wrote down the left bank and the right bank on the corresponding connectors. We're going to depin them, completely pull them out of the harness here, reroute them the way we want them, and go from there. There's the blue side that's got the fuel injection. As in the last video, I showed you how to depin the connectors. So I'm not going to show you how to do that again. But you pry on either side, you push in, you pull up, and it comes out. We're going to start on the left bank. Blue connector, left bank. We're going to need to pull pin B36, which is the ground for cylinder 1 injector. We're going to pull this wire back to our first little junction here. We're going to get some tape, write on what it is. We're going to write what pin it came out of and what it is on this piece of tape. Alright, B26. That's the pin it came out of. I1. I for injector. And then put the piece of tape on there. And we got B3. Pull back the same spot. Mark it B3. Injector 3. Do the same thing. Injector 5. Now we need B43 for injector 7. Then we need B76. Try to keep her all taped up so we don't make a giant mess of this whole thing. And we got all the hot wires off from there too. Right here I pan you over to start laying the wires on the left bank of the engine. Alright, take this, set it down, grab injector 1 here, plug it into injector 1 position. B26, injector 1. B3, injector 3. B76, injector 5. And last but not least, injector 7. Right here, I'm just laying all the wires out, taping them up, getting them all how I want them. I just speeding it up because it was a lot of footage to go through and trying to make content for you guys. Now we'll go through, do the green, and we'll do the left bank coils. Put the blue pins back on the blue plug so we don't forget which one's which. And we'll pull them off the green here. Sorry if you can hear the wife and kids in the background. It's a beautiful day outside. They don't want to be outside to play. We need green 26. We'll mark that. Coil cylinder 1. G26 C1. We go to G69. Coil 3. G68. Coil 5. And G27. And then we've got this brown wire. Let's figure out what this brown wire is. Make sure you mark your pin. Green 60. Coil low bank 1. Take our connectors here. Grab our ignition coils for this side. And we tape that up there. That's the left bank rewired. Next we're going to try to find the pin for the temp sensor. Let us be D-pin blue 74 and blue 80 for the exhaust engine coolant temperature. This one really gonna have to be lengthened. Right here, I start getting the mass airflow sensor and connector for it, get it put into place and ready, and the wires are on, and the hot wire. Marking this one blue, marking this one green, tire pulling the cap. Right here, I just decide to start depinning everything and marking it all so I can just get the mess all done, get everything ready to be rerouted, and yeah, just get it all ready to go. Alrighty YouTube, I got everything all sectioned off and a preliminary run and taping. I'll show you what I got right now. There's all the training wires taped up. All the left bank wires running where they go. Sensors on the back, kinda all just together here. All the right bank wires. I gotta make one single wire for these coil wires. Crank position sensor. Got all that. We just gotta make a preliminary run now. Take this harness here. There we go. Got that taped up. We got that taped up. Yeah, that's about all we can tape up at this point. Gotta extend these two wires, hook up some grounds, and start extending as we go. Alrighty YouTube, here we are. We're going through this, cutting all these wires, shortening them, lengthening them as necessary. Show you the process of this a little bit. Take it, strip it back, the wires you're gonna do. The only reason I'm doing two at a time on this one, because these two were bundled together. You strip it back. About 3/4 of an inch generally is what I do. Take some heat shrink of the proper size. Cut you a piece for each side. Make sure you put it on first. Alright, you cut it to the proper length. Take them, make an X, and wrap. Make sure you ain't got nothing sticking up. Take your soldering iron. Nice damp rag generally to wipe it off. I like to use a real thin solder. Heat it up and feed in some solder. And there you go. I like to use a heat gun to shrink my heat shrink. And there you go. Put them out of the way. With all the others of the same length. And right here you just start the process of rinse and repeat of cut, twist, solder, and over and over. Alright, YouTube. We got them all shortened. Got all the hots running one way and all the externals. Next, we just got to get it all taped up. Make it look pretty. Now we got it all shortened up. Now we got to segregate them back out into the blue and green connector. That's why we marked everything. Then we'll get it repinned. Alrighty, YouTube. It's getting kind of late. I made an error. I ended up putting the Bank 1 Sensor 2 plug in the Bank 1 Sensor 1 spot, so I had to cut that out and fix it. That's where I had the issue with pinning. I couldn't find, had a wire that I couldn't figure out where it went, and it was trying to put it somewhere else it already goes. So we come over here, we dug the Bank 1 Sensor 1 plug out, soldered that in, got it where it goes, got everything pinned like it should be. Yeah, like I said, I'm not perfect, not infallible, stuff happens. But as you can see, she's all, now we just got to tape it all up and make it look pretty for you guys. I'm not gonna record me taping 300 miles of wire here, but I'll get back to you as soon as I get it done. Alrighty, YouTube, after some long hours in the garage, we got her done. Doesn't have much loom on it yet, but I gotta get some when we go to put it in. But for right now, she's all taped up and in place. I'll spin you around and show you what we got. Coming from the transmission in the back to the park neutral safety switch, all the way up. She looms off, comes up here to all the injectors. Got our coil harness plug all the way up here to our temp sensor, to our mass airflow, and our Bank 1 Sensor 1 O2. Come back here. We're going to run an aftermarket oil pressure. We got the cam position sensor wired in. The MAF sensor, it's got some loom on it. Then here's the NOx sensors. Set up for the grounds on the head, ground for the transmission to the block. Come up here. All the injectors are done. Up here to the electronic throttle body. Over here to the alternator. Bank 2 Sensor 1. Here's all our hots and everything ready to go. This is our drive-by-wire control. That's the hots for it. Come down here and we branch off to the green one, to the blue one. All the hots and grounds are ready to go on that. And that'll be all.